The new aircraft will be designed to have global reach, in part by incorporating a large arsenal of long-range weapons. The B-21 is being engineered to carry existing weapons as well as nuclear bombs and emerging and future weapons, Air Force officials explained. If its arsenal is anything like the B-2, it will have an ability to drop a range of nuclear weapons, GPS-guided joint direct attack munitions, and possibly even the new Air Force nuclear armed cruise missile now in development called the LRSO, long-range standoff weapon. It is also conceivable, although one does not want to speculate often, that the new bomber will one day be armed with yet-to-be-seen weapons technology. Secrecy and classification parameters of Air Force's new and early development next-generation B-21 Raider stealth bomber will be analyzed by the Pentagon's Inspector General to investigate just how many details, strategies and technological advances related to the emerging platform should be highly classified. While Air Force developers say the long-range bomber is being engineered to have the endurance and next-generation stealth capability to elude the most advanced existing air defenses and attack anywhere in the world, if needed, very little about the bomber has been released by the Air Force or discussed in the open public. Perhaps that is the most intelligent and threat-conscious approach, some claim. Nonetheless, Congress directed the Inspector General to conduct an inquiry into this issue, asking if there is sufficient transparency and communication about the new weapon. The Air Force of course wants to maintain the openness needed to allow for congressional oversight while ensuring potential adversaries do not learn information about advances in stealth technology and next-generation methods of eluding advanced air defenses. Such is often a challenging, yet necessary balance. Pentagon developers have often said there can be a fine line between there being value in releasing some information because it can function as a deterrent against potential adversaries who might not wish to confront advanced U.S. military technologies in war. At the same time, U.S. commanders and Pentagon leaders of course seek to maintain the requisite measure of surprise in war, meaning it is also of great value for the U.S. military to possess technological advantages not known by an enemy. Furthermore, funding, technology development and procurement questions related to the new bomber are also subject to extensive congressional review. The question is whether this should be limited to only certain select cleared committees, or be open to a wider audience. While the Air Force has revealed its first sketch or artist rendering of what the B-21 might look like, there has been little to no public discussion about what some of its new technologies may include. Analysts, observers and many military experts have been left only to speculate about potential advances in stealth technology. However, while Air Force developers say the emerging B-21 will introduce new stealth technologies better suited to elude cutting-edge air defenses, Russian media reports have recently claimed that stealth technology is useless against their air defenses. Russian-built S-300 and S-400 air defenses are believed to be among the best in the world. In addition, the national interest has reported that Russia is now working on an S-500 system able to destroy even stealthy targets at distances up to 125 miles. Nevertheless, James and other service developers have added that the new bomber will be able to play against the real threats. Right double quotation mark. Although official details about the B-21 are, quite naturally, not available, some observers have pointed out that the early graphic rendering of the plane does not show exhaust pipes at all. This could mean that the Air Force has found advanced air suppressors or new methods or releasing fumes or reducing the heat signature of the new stealth plane. Stealth technology works by engineering an aircraft with external contours and heat signatures designed to elude detection from enemy radar systems. The absence of defined edges, noticeable heat emissions, weapons hanging on pylons or other easily detectable aircraft features, radar pings have trouble receiving a return electromagnetic signal allowing them to identify an approaching bomber. Since the speed of light, electricity, is known, and the time of travel of electromagnetic signals can be determined as well, computer algorithms are then able to determine the precise distance of an enemy object. However, when it comes to stealth aircraft, the return signal may be either non-existent or of an entirely different character than that of an actual aircraft. At the same time, advances in air defense technologies are also leading developers to look at stealth configurations as merely one arrow in the quiver of techniques which can be employed to elude enemy defenses, particularly in the case of future fighter aircraft. New stealthy aircraft will also likely use speed, long-range sensors and maneuverability as additional tactics intended to evade enemy air defenses, in addition to stealth, because stealth configurations alone will increasingly be more challenged as technology continues to advance. However, stealth technology is itself advancing, and it is being applied to the B-21, according to senior Air Force leaders who naturally did not wish to elaborate on the subject. The B-21 will be built upon what the Air Force calls an open systems architecture, an engineering technique which designs the platform in a way that allows it to quickly integrate new technologies as they emerge. We're building this with an open mission systems architecture. As technology advances and the threat changes, we can build upon the structure. I can take one component out and put another component in that addresses the threat. I have the ability to grow the platform, Bunch explained. Air Force leaders have said the aircraft will likely be engineered to fly on manned missions as well as manned missions. The new aircraft will be designed to have global reach, in part by incorporating a large arsenal of long-range weapons. The B-21 is being engineered to carry existing weapons as well as nuclear bombs and emerging and future weapons, Air Force officials explained. If arsenal is anything like the B-2, it will have an ability to drop a range of nuclear weapons, GPS-guided joint direct attack munitions, and possibly even the new Air Force nuclear-armed cruise missile now in development called the LRSO, long-range standoff weapon. It is also conceivable, although one does not want to speculate often, that the new bomber will one day be armed with yet-to-be-seen weapons technology.
Small airplane. Contact. Gas lab clear, honey. Showing 20K per aircraft, so you want 10K and then switch.